Hi! Before we get into the 6 steps of how to overcome fear, it is important to understand why knowing how to overcome fear is a significant factor on the path of you becoming your best you. Please be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more videos like this one every Wednesday. If you like this video, please be sure to push that like button, share it with a friend, and have them join us on Howell Consultations, the how-to being true to you. By the way, have you downloaded your free positive affirmation screensaver? Click the link below for your free download and let us help you have better days every day. So, why is knowing how to overcome fear significant? When fear does not include life-threatening danger, it is only as threatening as a shark on dry land, meaning most feared situations are just illusions that are only as intimidating as we allow them to be. Nevertheless, deceptive as they are, those very illusions prevent us from discovering truths about ourselves as well as of the world surrounding us. This is the reason that fear is often used as a motivating tool to manipulate and influence people into action or the lack of action thereof. Knowing how to overcome fear therefore becomes one of your greatest strengths, because once you are no longer fearful, you can no longer be misguided and misdirected by entities benefiting from your ignorance. Overcoming fear is granting yourself access to becoming the most fulfilled version of who you are. This is why knowing how to overcome fear is a very important factor on the path of you becoming your best you. So without further ado, here are the steps on how to overcome fear. Step 1. Become present. As stated by the yogi and author Sadhguru,
if you were rooted in reality, there would be no fear.
Being present is being aware and mindful of what is happening at this very moment. When you are present, you are not distracted by thoughts of the past or worries about the future. You are centered in the here and the now. Fear is a feeling induced by perceived danger. It is therefore important to grasp that fear often presents itself as an imagined future, or from conjuring up intimidating imaginations of events of the past. Thus, becoming present annuls the possibility of fear itself. Understanding this concept of presence will have you grasp that because your fear is created by your imagination, fear does not truly exist. You will therefore come to the conclusion that because your fear is usually about which does not exist, being fearless is truly your only feasible option. As said by scientist Albert Einstein, "I never worry about the future. It comes soon enough." Step 2. Evaluate your situation. Think, what will happen if you don't take action against your fear? Imagine the cost and benefits, or the pros and cons of getting past your fear. Ask yourself, what is there to lose? Is my fear life-threatening? For example, say you have a career that you no longer want to pursue, but you have the fear of letting go. Think, what will you gain by not planning to make your way out of the 9-to-5 rat race that you are currently in? You may come to the conclusion that it is highly likely that if you don't get laid off because of the changes of the demands in the market, you will work for 40 years or more in an unfulfilling industry. Granted, with only about a dozen days yearly of vacation, only to retire much older and less able without any security or opportunities to offer your family or your offspring. Does this sound ideal to you? On the other hand, think, what would happen if you did so much as try? Ultimately, even in the worst case scenario, you would be able to fall back on a 9-to-5. However, you would now, at the very least, live with a more fulfilled reality, decorated with the experiences of having tried. Step 3. Decipher the root of your fears. This simply means to demystify your fears by becoming more knowledgeable of them. You can do this by writing them down exactly for what they are. Spend time alone and think, where do they come from and why do you have them? When did these fears begin and how long have you been feeding into them? Always remember that only the things that are fed can live. Through this process of demystification, you are now able to quantify your fears and challenge them because you now are aware of exactly what they are. The lack of knowledge leads to fear because while the unknown is fueled by our imaginations, our minds are programmed for self-preservation. When armed with knowledge, the illusion of fear can no longer exist. Educate yourself about what you fear and cast your illusions away. As said by scientist Marie Curie, nothing in life is to be feared. It is only to be understood. Now is the time to understand more so that we may fear less. Step 4. Create opportunities. Oftentimes, we wait in hopes of the perfect opportunity to present itself. We imagine a scenario and convince ourselves that if that scenario were to play out, these are the actions that we would take. However, thinking that way reduces your options and leads to thinking that the action was not meant to be, since it did not play out how your brain imagined it should. It is important to avoid that train of thought on the journey of overcoming fear. Rather, create the opportunity. Become grounded in your reality. This way, you are encouraging your mind to create opportunities with the resources at your disposition, as opposed to imagining and wishing for the right resources to be there in order for you to take action. Always remember, if you never go, you will never know. You must make the choice to either experience life or to be limited by the fear of it. No one can live your life for you. Step 5. Have faith. This simply means complete trust or confidence in someone or something, and if nothing else, to have faith in yourself. It is to accept that every calamity that you have overcome has given you the blessing of the life you have today, and every obstacle that you are to face on your journey are necessary lessons for your growth and your success. Remind yourself that you share energy derived from the most abundant source of all, and rid yourself of the doubt that is fueling your fears. Change the narrative. Step 6. Share your love. As said by Bob Marley, light up the darkness. Always remember, fear cannot live in the same place as love, just like darkness cannot live in a space that there is light. So that's it, people. Those are the 6 steps of how to overcome fear and to start moving forward today. Post a comment below to let people know how knowing how to overcome fear has helped you progress on your journey. Please like and share this video. And remember to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. I will see you here next time on Howell Consultations, the how-to being true to you.